Hello, my wonderful Virgos. I hope you all are doing amazing. In today's video, I will be tapping into the energies of those of you that are currently not in communication with your person. So, as per usual, I will be starting off with an oracle and we can clarify the existing energies with tarot. Okay. Okay, Virgo, what do we have for you guys? We have sabotage. I mess up the good things in my life sometimes. Okay. It seems to me, Virgo, of course, this could be a case of self sabotage, but I also see it as someone who did not believe that this connection would work out for them, almost like it was too good to be true, or possibly someone viewing you as out of their league or not being able to meet you halfway. I feel like it's stemming from within, right? There's some sort of insecurities that are ultimately resurfacing for your person this week, where it's like, I didn't feel deserving of Virgo's love, or I did not think that this connection was going to last. So I do see it as someone pulling out of a connection before they thought it was going to end, even if it was not going to end, right? It's like putting an end to something, sabotaging something before it even gets started because you assume that's what's going to happen anyways. So someone's negative or pessimistic thoughts or possibly even insecurities definitely got in the way of this connection here. Okay, Virgo? So let's see what's going on here. I do feel this person is aware of some sort of insecurities, or they are placing some sort of blame on themselves. They feel something here is their fault. They may not feel like every single thing, right, is their fault, but they do feel like, there's certain things that they're placing blame on themselves for. Yeah, King of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Very, truthful energy. It's someone who is being very honest with themselves. Their, head is not in the clouds here. And we have the Wheel of Fortune. You may be dealing with a fixed sign, Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio, or a Taurus. They feel like it's time for some sort of a change here. Okay, but there is something that they're having a very difficult time letting go of. So how I see it is someone who feels like they are, taking one step forward and then two steps back, or they're constantly backtracking because they're facing difficulty letting go of something in their past, which could definitely be a mindset with that first card we have for you guys. And with the King of Swords, like I said, it's not that they don't know what needs to change or what they need to release. It's just they not only feel it's very difficult, they feel when they make some sort of progress, they're reminded of their past again. Or when they make some sort of progress, they end up backtracking. So, like I said, the best way for me to describe this energy is someone who feels like they're moving forward, and just when they feel like they're moving forward, there's an obstacle, or this is how they feel. So I'm going to start off by seeing how they are viewing you this week. Okay. So for how they're viewing you, Nine of Cups, someone who makes them very, very happy. This is a card of, wish fulfillment. So this person could even feel like they manifested someone, or a partner like very similar to you, or they manifested a connection that the both of you guys share here. But it's like they know that they're in their own way, or something feels, almost too good to be true. And they're still viewing you as someone who makes them extremely happy. They're still viewing you as, this situation is what I desire, but they're in their own way, is what I'm persistently getting here. So we have the Three of Wands followed by the Ten of Wands in the challenge position. They feel like there's something this week that is causing them to feel like the situation is impossible, or there's no way around it, or there's no way they could find a solution. But here's the thing, or here's what's interesting to me. With the Ten of Wands and the Three of Wands there, as much as they feel like a situation is very difficult or it's taking a toll on them and it feels really impossible. With the Three of Wands, they're still waiting for something to happen. So either they're waiting, for, to feel a little more balanced, or they're waiting for a sign from you. So it's kind of contradicting, and it makes sense as to why those two cards are coming out in the challenge position, because it is a very challenging energy to be in. This person feels like, okay, this is over. I need to either, release this or accept the ending. This situation feels like I'm not able to find a solution, and then other times they find themselves waiting for something to happen between the both of you. And so it's making them realize, if I'm really, over this situation like I say I am, why am I waiting for something to happen? So they're starting to realize you still make them happy. They're still wanting some sort of a change here, but there is a very strong energy about this person feeling like they don't know what to do this week, or feeling like finding a solution just genuinely feels impossible, is what I see in their energy, or at least what they're challenged by. So, for how you're viewing them, the Fool card, some of you may be ready for a new beginning. You may actually view this person as trying to move forward, or there's something that they're doing that is visible to you, which is causing you to feel as if they're not as fixated on the situation as they were prior. But the Fool card could also be read as like very impulsive decisions, or someone who kind of does things in the spur of the moment. So for some of you, you're definitely viewing them as a very impulsive individual, maybe someone who, has done something or said something to you without really thinking about the long term repercussions of their actions. Okay. In your feelings, we have the King of Pentacles and we have the Hanged Man. There's something about you, focusing on your stability, your finances. Some of you are relocating this week, or you're looking to move here. There's something about relocating for sure. And it could be that you guys are like relocating for work purposes, or maybe traveling for work. There's just something with the home situation coming up, like your stability. Um, Now, with the Hanged Man, you could be dealing with a Pisces, but there's also a shift in perspective when it comes to what you want for yourself in terms of what makes you feel stable. What do you want for your future? There's some sort of long term planning going on this week in your feelings. So obviously it relates to this situation, but it could be you're looking at the situation and saying, okay, do I really see myself investing in this connection moving forward? Do I really see this person in my future? And if I do, then, what's going to happen next? Like there's some sort of planning, but it's a long term planning. It's not like you're being impulsive. It's not like you're thinking about something, just in the moment here. You're really thinking about the future of it. So you may find that you're almost a little over analytical of the situation this week. And with the Hanged Man, not only are you having a shift in perspective, I do believe that something about the stability of this connection is being illuminated to you this week. Okay, so whether it's you're figuring out why there was a lack of, or you're starting to realize how you can maybe incorporate more stability here between you and this individual. Okay, we have the Page of Wands in your feelings and the Seven of Wands. So there's an energy of wanting to communicate with this person, but also still feeling very defensive. It's like you want to communicate with them, but you're not going to let your guard down. I believe you're not wanting to hold a grudge, but you're also not wanting to be um, completely open with this person in terms of, you still have very clear boundaries. So it's like, I don't want to hold a grudge or be upset with you, so I'm open to conversing, but I have, laid out certain boundaries for myself that I'm not willing to release just because we're communicating or reconnecting again. So you're standing on business, or you're standing on what you said, but you're still willing to communicate with this person. The other way I could read the Page of Wands and the Seven of Wands here for you guys is, you may view this person, right, as someone who comes with a lot of excitement, someone who's maybe even very, very charming. You could have a lot of fun with them, but there's something about their energy that's very fickle that causes you to feel very, well, I always have to be on guard because I just never know what's going to happen with this person. Yes, they're speaking to me now, but I don't know if they're going to be speaking to me, 2, 3 days from now. So I don't want to get too comfortable. It's almost like you feel you can't just let your hair down and be yourself completely, or you feel like you can't just get comfortable and in this situation, because when you do, something always changes. And so it's interesting that you feel that way, because what your person feels is, um, when they feel like things are progressing for them, they always backtrack, or they felt like the situation was moving smoothly, but they got in the way of it. So every time this person gets in the way of this connection, or they let maybe, sabotaging thoughts get in the way, it impacts you as well because you're kind of left wondering what happened, or this is why I can never really feel entirely comfortable because, things are subject to change in this bond very, very frequently. So you may feel like even when you're connecting with this person, it's great, but then you don't want to get your hopes up, or you don't want to get comfortable just because you know something is going to change, or you know that it's very temporary, or that's how it has felt in the past with this person here. So the 3 of Wands is being clarified by the Temperance. Some of you could be dealing with the Sagittarius, and we have the 8 of Wands clarifying the 10 of Wands. Hmm. Virgo, here's the thing, because the way that the energy is coming through to me, guys, I don't want to explain it in a way where you're like, what are you talking about? You know what I mean? Because it's very confusing. Not really confusing, but it's like two very different energies coming from your person here. It's like, okay, this situation feels impossible, but no, I want to speak about it. Or I need to let this go, but no, I want some sort of movement. Here's the thing, they want progress with you, Virgo, but they're having a hard time believing that they can actually have that as an outcome, or they're having a very difficult time figuring out what they need to do in order to, find a solution here. Now, I'm getting something very specific where this person is thinking about what they need to do in order to reconnect with you, and they feel like it would be a lot of work or a lot of effort. The 10 of Wands could come out in a spread when you're working towards something, right? And so, ultimately you have this goal in mind, you're working towards it every day, but then you're not really seeing your desired results. So then it becomes very tedious, it becomes very mundane, and they want something, or I should say they want fast progress in this connection, but their thoughts are slowing them down because they're thinking about it in a way of, there's so much to do, or I have, or I want to work towards this connection, but what if nothing happens? It's almost like feeling very negative this week, before even actually trying to find a solution with you or for this situation. And so Temperance and the 3 of Wands is this a lot of wishing and hoping going on. This person wishing and hoping that you guys could get to a space where at least they feel more at peace with the situation with you. And the Temperance, it speaks of alchemy. So like I said, right, very back and forth energy here of trying to be optimistic, or trying to turn, the bad into good. But some days feel heavier than others. And one persistent thought that is crossing your person's mind this week is, there is a lot of effort, or there's a lot of work to do for us to reconnect, or be at the space that we used to be. But if we work towards it, will something change, will something happen, or will we just, end up at square one? There's really this doubtful energy that's coming through in the challenge position. So we have the 2 of Swords and their feelings. Now this explains a lot, Virgo. Yeah, this kind of tells me all I need to know, because with the 2 of Swords, like I said, there's a very back and forth energy, but the 2 of Swords being the first card in their feelings, they don't see a new way of doing something. That's why it feels difficult. Okay, so if I were to, boil down that energy, it's saying, it's either thinking about an old way of doing something, or thinking about, a pattern, and saying, I want to reconnect with Virgo, but I'm going to go in the same way that I used to. I'm not saying that's what they're saying they're going to do. But I'm, using that as an example to express the energy here. They're having a hard time figuring out a new approach, a new way of doing something. So the 2 of Swords, it's a very a black and white way of thinking. And so there's an island behind her, which is symbolic for another way of, doing something, executing something, thinking about something, right? Swords could be mental energy as well. But they're not seeing that. That's why she's blindfolded in that card. So there's an energy of this person. Yes, I want to reconnect. Yes, I want to have a new beginning here, but they're still stuck in their in old ways or old thinking patterns, and that's not benefiting them in finding a solution with you. Because in order to have a change, there needs to be a change in their approach. Okay. And that's what they're facing difficulty seeing. So it's like, how do I, or I don't see a new way of doing this. We have the Queen of Wands in their feelings, the Hermit, there you are. And we have the 8 of Cups. This person believes that you're very determined to walk away. Eight of Cups is also this person realizing I'm in the process of, trying to heal, trying to detach, but I'm still reminded of Virgo. Queen of Wands lets me know there's still a fixation on you. If this person is telling themselves they're trying to move on, they can't help but still be a little bit curious about what it is that you're up to. I also see here that this person may be appearing to, like, they could be like going out very often, or you see them. Um, there's like a very confident and very outgoing image that that they're portraying here. And I'm not saying this is not a confident individual, but I see it as someone who doesn't really want to show you how affected they are or how confused they are in terms of finding a solution here. And I think it has a lot to do with a lack of acceptance. um, Someone who wants a solution with you, but is not admitting how they truly feel to themselves, or maybe what they need to alter or work on here. And the Hermit is this person feeling like they've gained a lot of insight about you, about this connection during this period of separation. And we also have the Devil here. They know that they need to let go, walk away from something. For many of you, this is a mindset, especially with that sabotage card being the first card. Some of you may be dealing with the Capricorn. And the Devil is like something that just, it could be something that feels good in the moment, or it could be, your comfort zone or a coping mechanism that you always resort to. And as much as you know that it does not serve you, you also feel like that's the very thing that you're having a hard time releasing, because that's what makes you feel comfortable. That's what makes you feel safe. Right. So there is a coping mechanism this person has been resorting to. So it could be like a runner chaser dynamic, or it could be someone who is, constantly sabotaging the connection. You know what I mean? And so they know that it's not serving them. But when you have the Devil upright, guys, that's like a very tough cycle to come out of, because not only does it require you to fully accept that something is wrong and something is not working, furthermore, it requires you to take the necessary steps to let go of it. Will it be easy? No, but it's something you got to do day by day, especially when it comes to like mindsets and insecurities and things like that. That's not, something that just fades away overnight, but you have to work towards it, or work towards accepting and being okay with it, or healing that aspect consistently, in order to see some sort of an improvement. Because with mindsets and thinking patterns, these are things that have been deeply embedded in us for a very long time. So if you've been thinking the same way for a few years, there's no way that you're going to get rid of that thinking process within a few nights. You know what I mean, Virgo? And so, said all that to say, that's what I see going on in your person's feelings. Someone who knows that, this is not working for me, but they're having a very difficult time letting go of that cycle. And it's kind of like mumbo jumbo energy, right? Like wanting a solution, not being able to let go of what is affecting them. And that's what's affecting, or causing them to not be able to communicate with you or be open with you, because they're constantly wondering, well, what if it doesn't work, before they actually try to see if it will. We have the Judgment. Okay, so you guys could be dealing with a Scorpio. So we have the Judgment followed by the Ace of Cups. Wow, and the potential outcome. What's the Judgment? The Queen of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, and then the Ace of Cups, the Chariot. I see progress between you and this person. It may not initially be as fast moving as you want it to be. It may not be the bigger picture that you have in mind, like right away, but I do see progress here with the Judgment and the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups, Chariot, it could be, not only progress, but being able to accept kind of your perspective and your side of things. And Queen of Pentacles is some sort of a change here happening for you, though, Virgo. So it's either how you wanted things to play out. Judgment could be some sort of an internal transformation that you're going through, which changes your perspective on what you want for your future, what you want for the future of this connection. Okay, so not for all of you is it going to be that you want to reconnect with this person. For some of you, this awakening could quite literally be you moving on to new love, or manifesting something new for yourself. For others of you, the change could be, you realizing you want to reconnect with this person, but there's progress, but it's not like fast. Like the energy is not fast moving. It's very like, okay, we're speaking, we're breaking the silence, and things will unfold from there. But the main message I'm getting in the potential outcome is your perspective is somehow going to change on this person in the near future here, which is going to also impact your decision when it comes to, do I want to move forward? Am I willing to accept this connection and this person exactly for what it is? Or is it something that I can't see past? because you and this person are very different. And so I'm not saying you guys can't connect, but I am saying it's going to take a lot of compromise. Okay. So let's see what they want to communicate to you. I don't know why this happened. So this person feels like they can't think clearly. Not only could there be some sort of confusion, but I feel like this ending could have been very unexpected for them. I can't reach out. So this person could feel like they're unable to reach out to you, whether it's they're blocked or they feel some sort of a energetic block. Just wanted to mention we have the King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands as well. So for some of you, this person could be in between worlds with that Two of Swords as well. Or if they're trying to move on or appear as if they've moved on, maybe for some of you, you're aware they're connecting to someone or connecting with someone new here. Like there could be a situation where this person is unable to reach out because they're in between worlds. And then it says, I trusted you. So this person may feel like, you betrayed their trust as well. And hear me out, guys, right? I'm not playing the blame game. It's just, maybe you feel hurt by the situation. They possibly feel hurt by it, the situation as well. You don't trust them. Maybe there's something here that is causing them not to trust you as well. Okay, so it does say, I trusted you. Anything else? We have, I'm not financially stable. So for some of you, the reason why, there was a case of self-sabotage is because this person felt like they weren't able to meet you at your level, or they weren't able to provide for you the way that they wanted to. I'm not saying that's what you were asking for from this individual, although that may have been something that was a really big deal to them. Because the King of Pentacles is coming out in your feelings, which means they may feel like you're at a place where you know what you want, or they feel like you are very established and they were wanting to meet you halfway but felt incapable of that at the time. Okay. So my wonderful Virgos, that is what I'm getting for you this week. I really do hope you were able to find a message that resonated with you here today. And thank you so much for your time.